Hey, hi, Michaela. Oh, hey, Nikita.
Hey, Kiki.
And so good to hear from you. How's everything
Yes,
in
I'm
Detroit?
super. It's going good.
Yes, I want to hear. Yeah. Yeah, I seem like your classes are doing really well.
Yes, they are. Thank you.
Mm,
I'm gonna be in Atlanta soon.
okay. Nice.
Yes.
So what are some things that you have been, well, since we last spoke, like what are some things that has evolved or that you've kind of been implementing with your business? I would love to hear.
Definitely trying to just like focus on like promotion more. And I don't know. I'm really trying to figure out some better things I could do, like
Mm-hmm.
ways to improve. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because it's going good, but it's definitely a lot of room for improvement for sure.
What's something that you feel you're like, about?
Um, I think even just knowing how to market myself or even just meeting new people to come take class or
Mm-hmm.
anything like that. I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing okay, but I feel like it could be more. It
Yeah.
could be improved for sure. Yeah.
Is it like a content thing or is it just like a marketing trying
I
to
think it's a I think it's a content thing as well.
got you?
Because I'm used to like promoting myself as a dancer, but it's a little
Mm,
different when it's like a business thing, you know, just trying to get
yes.
people to come to class. So.
Yes, I got you. How is everything up there? Like, what's the temperature?
It's still warm right now. It's like 80 something degrees right now.
No, I'm sorry.
Um,
I mean, what's the temperature like with the dancers? Like,
oh,
is it like you know what I'm
um,
saying?
they, I think we have a lot of really hungry dancers here that want to dance, but it could be inconsistent sometimes when you do stuff like consistently. So like my class is every week. So sometimes people will be like, "Oh, I'll just catch it next week," and next week then you don't see them for a whole month. So
Mm, trust me, I know. Yo.
so it can have some inconsistencies there. So
Hmm.
it's I think overall though, people do are very hungry and they want to train, they want to take class, but you know,
Hmm.
just getting a consistent clientele is the biggest struggle.
Hmm. Um, I'll just go, I would say like when it comes to that, make it more about your consistency versus like their consistency. Because honestly, that's on them. You can't really control people showing up. Like, I mean, the program is a great example of that. It's like when people, and even when people invest in themselves, sometimes they still don't show up. They think me paying for the program is enough. And so all of a sudden, everything is going to just miraculously happen for me. And yeah, I might have invested in the program, but I'm not showing up. But your job won't be to make them show up for your class because that's on them. It's you showing up for yourself. That's where you will outlast everybody else, and also people will see you being consistent because that's the part that the work part ain't gonna never go away. Like, hey, if you want, you can come or not come. That's on you. But
Mm-hmm.
this thing is still going to grow and elevate, and you know what I'm saying? And then people will see that. And then what's crazy is some people will come in on like the tail end. And so that person that maybe you thought would be at your class every week and they ain't showed up or whatever in a month, that's okay. Like, don't even try to convince them of why they should be in the class. It's somebody else that's watching, and now they decided to join your classes, and now they're going to be the one that's consistent. So it's really
Yep.
more so for you, and then you growing in your business. Sometimes it is better even when you're like trying to figure stuff out. You're like, hey, well, my content is a thing. I'm trying to figure that out. Like you get time to work out the kinks or work out, whatever it is that you're trying to flesh out with your business. And that way, you know what I'm saying? Like it's cool because whoever is there, and if they not, it's fine. I taught, yeah, I used to teach at Dance 411. I used to teach 2 classes a week at the time.
Ooh.
I mean, right now, when I think about it, I like that's craziest. But I used to teach every Wednesday and every Friday. It was an hour and a half class. And every routine I taught on Wednesday, I taught it again on Fridays. But I was so consistent when I say for like from like 2010 to like 2000, 15 before I got my own studio. So, it was like, well, I gotta show up really for myself. And even some of my classes may have not been packed or sold out and that kind of stuff. It was like for me, it was honestly, it was me getting better at choreography. It was me like if I can get accustomed to like teaching, even in a small number, like where it's more intimate. If I do privates, whatever, that's cool. My classes, I had enough content to showcase whatever. So it's like, you got to just utilize it to the best of your ability. Do your part. Don't stress about the numbers or don't stress about trying to like, people hey, they show up, they show up. If they don't, it's okay. It's not even, that's on them.
Yeah, yeah, and I kind of like I'm kind of starting to realize that too, because it's like if you start stressing up about stuff like that, you're gonna take the fun out of everything. Then you're not going to do it. You're gonna get burnt
Mm-mm.
out, and
Mhm.
then it's like the right people are gonna find you. Like
Yeah.
they're gonna be like, oh, I want to go to that, and I like this, and I try to make sure everything is welcoming and fun and everything like that. They still learn how to dance or whatever, but I still try to make sure that it's a good experience for them when they come in. So, because I know how I would feel if I came in and it was just a nasty environment and be
Mhm.
like, especially with a lot of people, more so being like a lot of beginners coming in, it's like they don't like that, you know.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, so yeah, it's been a learning process, but I'm really enjoying it. So, yeah,
Good.
thank you for that.
Yeah, girl, absolutely. And yeah, and even with these sessions, this is a great space for you to like we can like come up with ideas or things that somebody else might be like, oh, it'd be dope if you tried this that you could maybe implement and vice versa. Like maybe there's somebody in this group that is trying to start, a class. And so you might be able to give them a little advice or things
Yeah.
that kind of worked for you or maybe didn't work, whatever. So that'll be good. And then we can so in the app, I know we have like the Dancepreneur channel too.
Hmm.
But like as this group grows, so I have like the Dancepreneur Facebook group, which is like it's like 300 people over there. My goal is to convert all of them into the app so that there's more of like a intimate space that we can kind of communicate when it comes to like our businesses and like things that we are each doing each individually might be doing where we can like network and obviously everybody's from different parts of the country, so it's cool to just kind of have that as a platform as well. When it comes to like people may not know about you teaching or whatever, so we can kind of like promote stuff there too. But yeah,
Okay.
that's good. How is like in regards to like the dance aspect? Because I hear you say you're promoting yourself, you're promoting a class, but then trying to promote, hey Chad, trying to promote your dance. How is that? How are you finding
That's
balance?
Um, that's the biggest thing. But I think mm, I haven't been able to find the proper balance yet for real. I think I know for a fact I'm still wanting to work and dance and stuff like that. So just balancing it all, I guess it's okay. Like I think at times it can be a little overload, but I'm just going for it right now. I don't know if that's the proper way to do it, but I'm just going for it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm just going for it. So
Um, yeah, I would say try to just figure out ways to make it balance. Like I'm trying to think about when I was dancing and like trying to teach. It was more of like I was promoting my class. Yeah, it was Instagram. I'm like, it wasn't that long ago. It was like, I started teaching in like 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14, like around there. But I was definitely still trying to dance a little bit, 2010 and 11. So what I would do is still promote your dancing. Like if you worked with the artist, or it doesn't matter that it was a year ago, like repost that, or performance that where we see you as a dancer, just so you can separate the two worlds, and people won't put you in a category of, oh, you only teach dance class, because that's
Yeah,
what
no.
happens. You're like, oh,
Yeah, and
yeah,
from pages. So I have one for my class and like my body of work that I set where I'm like more of a choreographer. And then I have my main page that highlights me dancing. So most of the stuff on that page is me as a dancer. But
good.
occasionally I like cross post, like I like collaborate with the other one. So like, for example, I choreographed a visual.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I put like that on my main page and um my class page.
Mm-hmm.
But some, like, I guess where it gets a little weird with the content, it's like, okay, well, I don't want to just only keep posting me for my class. So if I put, but then when I post like other things, like I'm having like a hard time, like, does that belong on my page or does that only belong on the class page? Because then it's like now you're looking at a page and it's confusing. Like, whose
Mm-hmm.
page is this? It's so much.
Mm-hmm. Got you. Yeah, you definitely don't want to post too much of other people on your personal page, for sure.
Yeah.
And then do you take anybody else's classes?
Oh, yeah. I take a lot of classes. I take pretty much every class here.
Okay, so that can be more of stuff that can be on your page. That's your personal page. And then absolutely anything that's like your class, you teaching and choreographing, like put that in the space of like your class page, your Hills class page. So that way
Okay.
it's not confusing. And then because if, let's just say, I mean, I always use the example of like if I'm submitting y'all for stuff, I'm going to send your personal page. So, you want the choreographer or the artist to see you dancing. Yes, some of your stuff can be on there if you dancing, your choreo, but if you're trying to book as a dancer, it can't be, oh, your choreographer stuff on there. They're gonna be like, oh, well, she's a choreographer. I mean, she doesn't. Not that they won't hire you. It's just like in their minds, most people think choreographers don't want to dance
Yeah.
anymore. Like they're like, yeah, they're a choreographer. They're not really trying to do no dance job. I need dancers, and so
Yeah.
that's an important like that. I've said that, I preach that to a lot of dancers. They're like, oh my god, I want to choreograph, I want to choreograph. I'd be like, all right, I get it, but I want to make sure you understand that there is a like a thin line that happens when other choreographers are looking on your page and all you have is your choreography. They want to see you as a dancer, because if I'm trying to hire you as a dancer, I need to see you as a dancer. Not to say that you can't be a choreographer or choreograph for that matter, but we got to be careful about where, what that looks like you said, and it's not confusing. So that is a very important branding thing that you want to make sure you like really be intentional about when you are creating your content. So I would honestly, even like some of like TikTok stuff, or I gotta go on your page and see, but like TikTok stuff, anything that feels super dancer world, we can like just to add in there so it doesn't feel so professional, dancer, choreographer. Like it's like, yeah, no, I'm a dancer. Like I'm trying to work too. I do my services are choreography. I teach. That's great, awesome. Like, what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. But we want to be clear when we're on your personal page that it does give it makes people feel like, yeah, she's a dancer. No, she's booked, she's available, da 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 da.
Yeah,
Because
that's what I wanted to give.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
I
everybody,
don't want to look on
yeah,
my page
everybody's a
like, oh, I'm
teacher.
gonna hire
No, girl, everybody's a teacher. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can do a workshop. Like it's not that big of a deal. It's just how you promote yourself and how you want people to, come across. Like when they come across your page, how do you want them to like be introduced to you? Do you want people to know you first as a choreographer, or do you want them to know you first as a dancer? And then that's how you kind of like dictate what is on the page and how people are perceiving you when they see you. Now the choreographer stuff, absolutely, that can be a whole nother business that you're doing anyway. And then you solicit specifically to the people that need choreographers. You got dance teams, you got studios, you got, studios across the country. Hey, can I come to your studio, teach your class? Whatever. Yeah, they want choreographers, workshops, conventions, and all that. But when you're talking about the job, like the artist is looking for dancers or the choreographer looking for dancers, like, yeah, I can play over there too. I mean,
Yeah.
I've done it for sure. I had to do that. I was like, I mean, I'm going into choreography, but I will do the day. I will bust a step if y'all need me. I still,
Mhm.
even with TV and film, for sure. Yes, I will dance. It's not. I'm not tripping on the choreo. Um,
Yeah, and see, that's the thing. Like, that's not like my primary focus right now. And my primary focus, I'm still a working dancer, so I'm trying to
yes.
dance. But I'm also trying to, like, because I'm trying to learn as many things and as many skills as I can.
Mhm.
And I have to know how to choreograph to teach my class. I have to, like, I have to have someone to teach them. So it's just something I'm exploring with right now. And
Yeah.
so,
No, that's good. Yeah, no, it's good. Like I look, Jazz too. So Jazz started hers in from her hometown, as far as like teaching and doing classes. So that is something that is not, you're not the only one that's like doing that as far as how do I balance making sure people know me, to book me for it as a dancer also. Yes, what's great is you segue into like assisting, like doing assistant choreography, assisting with artists. It segues into choreography anyway, so it's not like you're never going to choreograph for something else in the commercial world. It's just like that's a stepping stone. So it kind of segues you into being able to assist other choreographers on jobs, and then and then you working your way into, hey, choreographer's not available, or can you assist or can you do this job? And then that's how it kind of like allows you to do other opportunities. But it's still going to be a balance. Like right now, a great example of that would be Marv. He's a choreographer. Everybody knows him as a choreographer. Obviously, he's a dancer first because he started his career as a dancer, but he's always been a choreographer. Like he's always assisted. He's always, been like a segment choreographer or whatever, associate choreographer, but he always does. Like he's right now about to go on tour with Usher as a dancer. Okay. And he definitely did some of the choreo for the tour. So,
Wow. It's
but he's
amazing.
dancing. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, like those are really probably two checks. I get the choreography check and the dancer check. So it's a world you can absolutely live and thrive in. You don't have to pick one and be like, oh, I can't choreograph. No, you can do both. I think just being strategic in the beginning to set it how you want it and making sure people also know you first sometimes as the dancer so that when you get introduced as choreographer or assistant or whatever, like, oh yeah, I teach, then it's like, oh, okay, that makes sense because I know you for as a dancer first. And then all of the other titles can be there. Like dancer first and then every other title until you don't want to dance no more. Which, what I'm saying, that's gonna be a real long time. Now
Oh my gosh.
yeah, it's not gonna be anytime soon. You're never gonna be like, oh yeah, I want to dance. Like, no, I want to dance. I want to dance. I told that to Brandon Jones when he first started dancing. He was so adamant about like choreographing. I just want to choreograph. I don't want to dance. I'm like, yes, you do want to dance. You want to be available. If you get opportunity to dance and you talking about, I'm a choreographer, I ain't dancing. Don't do that. And he understood it because later he ended up going on tour with Sierra as a dancer. Yes, he got the choreograph, but the dancer part to me played a role in you becoming the choreographer, because also you're dancing, so you can do the steps, and you can tell the dancers also how to do the step because you can do it versus I'm gonna tell you what to do, but I don't really know, because I ain't never did it myself. I'm like, no, I've danced before, so I know y'all can do this in these heels because I've done it. Like, okay. Oh my God, yeah. Ismail, hi. Where are you now?
Hi, I'm home in Augusta currently. I've been
Okay,
coming back and forth between Augusta and Atlanta like
okay.
for the past 2 or 3 months. Just yeah,
Yeah,
getting
no,
on the road and going.
Absolutely. I love it. What are you working on business wise? What are some things that I know we had talked about before, but where are we now?
So honestly, I'm in a good place. I just need to get out of my head and just do it. So I created my own logo. Um, and I have the material for a page. I just need to create the page. And I just haven't created the page because I feel like that's whoo, that's taking a step that's like really like if I create this page, like I really have to own that you have a business now and yeah, you're just gonna have to just get out of your head and just do it.
Yeah, like I made the commitment.
Yeah, like I made the commit because I have my LLC, I have my bank account, I have all of that stuff.
Yes.
Like I said, I just created a logo, which also taught me like, oh, you can create logos now, like something else you might need to start like doing. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What you mean? What you mean you created like the graphic design and everything?
Yeah, so my logo is I mean, I know you see my profile picture on all my social media. Like that's my profile picture. So I took that picture and I basically made that my logo. And so I was just on Logo Maker, the app, and I was just
Mm-hmm.
playing around with it and I was just like, "Oh, wow, like I really just created my own logo."
Mm-hmm.
And I actually made a couple. And all of the silhouettes in the logos that I made are all pictures of me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, oh, I can create logos now
Okay.
because I
That's
can pretty
good.
much take that and create anything from it, the
Yes.
graphics and everything from it. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Okay. I love it. So what's the business?
It's Ismail's dance domain. So I choreograph, teach dance privates, and offer performances as well if you would like that. So pretty much everything dance falls under my domain, whatever lane you want it to be.
Yes.
Whether it's teaching workshops, choreographing. With choreographing, I've done like theater plays as
Yes.
well as like dance teams and studios and stuff. And I teach private lessons of girls who are interested in auditioning for HBCU dance lines, just going through
Yes.
technique with them. So yeah, just all things dance fall under the domain. Pretty much anything you need.
Okay. I love it.
Yeah.
That's such a great space. I'm telling you. Like it's such a great space. There's so much like opportunity for you to like really do well. You know what I'm saying? It's saying it like that's like my side business, not even side business, but like my business. Because there are so many needs. I think what's dope, what I love about everybody when it comes to like their businesses is like we as dancers, we get so caught up in our world that we forget like it's like a whole other world out there that's like thriving and big and like killing the game. And so I'd be low key, I have to contain myself because I'd be looking at stuff. I'd be like, oh my God, it's like crazy. Like Sammy McFadden, she did this program. Sammy is she does coaching, she does dance team, like college team coaching for like LSU Tigers and like Ohio State, like all the like big D1 schools and stuff like that. Like they got it's crazy, right? So she's been doing that. She was doing that before she did the program, and like she's a dancer, but she's dope, and she's a choreographer also, but she's a dancer. And I was like, "Yo, Sammy, the world that you can really like kill is the one you're already in." Like, yes, it's commercial world, like I want you to dance and all that, but like I know what that looks like. And I mean, I feel like she just went head first and like has been nonstop. This was like she did our program in like 2022, nonstop killing the game. Like literally I watched it how it just blew up. And now, they have opportunity to choreograph for artists, because the stuff they do is super it's super like what do you like for the formations and stuff that they have to do, they do it like on computers. So it's super technical. The technology, the way they choreograph is not like hip hop commercial dance. Like it's like exact, like the movements and all that, whatever. So I'm like, yo, that world is so amazing to me. And so there's so much more out here that you can tap into. Plus, what you're doing and in your personal life, whether it is working on a commercial or TV show, yada, yada, yada. But like your business can be something that is in that space. HBCU is ridiculous. So everybody be trying to figure out how can I audition for this school or this team, you know, getting the privates from people like you to train and prepare. And the private money, yeah, the privates, absolutely, all day. You could do an hourly rate and be good for the week for the week, you know, and then you just invest that back into your business and keep it growing, you know. And so like that kind of that will definitely be motivating for you to really push your business. And then whatever that looks like, you know what I'm saying? Like just keep building, keep pouring back into it. And like you said, I know you said like, oh, I done built the page, whatever. And it's like it feels scary, but just have the confidence to like just go ahead and go for it. And however long that take, whatever it is, just like do it, because I'm here to tell you that that's a good space to be in. And the parents and like high school kids, college kids, even like protein, like NBA, you know, in NFL, like there's so much opportunity there that you can play with, because a lot of people don't want to be in the commercial world. They don't necessarily want to dance for artists. So, you know, we assume every dancer wants to do that, and they don't. They are dancers that want to dance for college and they want to dance on a pro team, and that's what they are preparing for. So people like you, they're gonna be looking forward to help to get them there. So I love it. Don't be scared. Just keep going. Yes, Ismail, love it. Okay, Jazz, what's going on? How's everything with you?
Everything is going.
Yeah.
I lost my voice a little bit. I sound crazy,
I know.
but
I feel like you've been like, I know it's been a lot.
a lot going on. You know, we are still here taking things day by day. As far as the business though, I did take a little step back from it for a second because I just got kind of overwhelmed because I felt like it was just so
Yeah.
much happening at once. And I was like pressuring myself to get a lot done instead of like embracing the wins that I had thus far with it. Like even getting it started this year and then putting my plan into action and then doing the content and the page. Like, I don't know. There was a lot of things I checked off. So at one point I was like, let me just take a minute to pause instead of like trying to figure out what was next.
Yes.
But after the break, I got back into like my motivation journey. And like now I'm about to have my next. So wait, I told myself at the top of the year I wanted to have a quarterly class this year just to like start off because I didn't want to do too much.
Yeah.
And I think that actually worked out best for me because I did the first and second quarter. And then now I'm planning for the third quarter class, which is happening in September. And I already had the date. And now I'm just kind of getting like my content together for it.
Yes.
So yeah, and I'm going to do my third quarter class and I'm going to have the fourth quarter class at the end of the year. And then I guess I'm going to start game planning for 2025, probably within the third quarter so that I'm not waiting until the end of the year to think about the new year.
Yeah.
But yeah, doing my quarterly stuff this year, I feel like it has helped me kind of like figure out how I want to move forward, and then like what I don't want to do, what I do want to do.
Yeah.
And also been just getting good feedback. Like, I mean, having the classes and stuff has helped me like kind of get my community going back at home, and then allowed me to, I guess, rack up content as well so that I can start promoting and maybe even expanding eventually.
Yes.
I like receive questions about coming to places or even like doing something here. But like for me, I think it's just liberating because it's not catered to just professional dancers. And it's people want to like not be scared to come take a dance class. Because I think they think in dance class and they think like, oh, like I'm about to be put in a place where I have to be like in competition mode. But I think my class is trying to like cater to making it more lax, because like we can still have dance classes and of course teach the right things. Like I don't want my people crazy, but you know, I don't want it to be so like pressured. So all that to say, I think this year has been liberating in many ways because I just got it going, and then now it's like, okay, I'm in the midst of doing it, so now I just have to keep it going.
Yeah. No, that's so good. No, I'm telling you, it's good. And I, you know, don't the part that I feel like everybody can feel like solace or you know happy about is that like there is no like timetable or time limit that you have to put on yourself to like have the business completed or whatever. More so you don't have to do it. I think when I first started, I mean, I've had a few businesses or whatever, but when I first started, one of our businesses, it was out of like necessity. Like I needed to do something versus I don't need to do it. I really want to do it. And it's not something that I'm like, oh my God, I got to do this business. Otherwise I'm going to like, no, it was like, all right, I'm pursuing my career, yada, yada, yada. This is something that I already love doing. Let me just be smart about how I'm structuring it to make it a business. And then there is no like timetable or like, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to have all this shit figured out like today type of thing. But I am aware of me. I'm planting my seed to make something grow. And I don't really know what it is yet. That's cool too. But trust me, when I first started, I didn't know what ATLA, I didn't know what that was. I knew I was from Atlanta. I lived in LA. And I was like, oh my God, ATLA, something about that name. So the name just never left me. And then like Draco and Chuck were in LA with me living in LA. So I used to like just, scribble ideas down or like, oh, I said, hey, y'all, we should just go teach some workshops together. We from Atlanta and we out in LA, like, let's just go teach. So it wasn't like me starting this big business. It was more of just, let me just do what I already know how to do. Okay, let me just go teach. And then the teaching, grew obviously to something more, but that's kind of how it can all start. You guys don't have to have it all figured out like right now. And most of the time it's already what you're doing. It's what you're doing already. You don't have to like veer off unless you just don't. It shouldn't be something that you don't do. I'll say that. Like if you're not an editor, why would you go start an editing business?
No, I agree. I'm actually glad you said that because I think that was my mindset at one point too. Like even before like this year and doing your program and stuff, I always had in my mind. And I think too because it's like this new, I don't want to say it's a trend, but it's become this new thing where it's like everyone feels like I have to start a business and do it. But like you should do it if you feel inclined to do it because of the joy behind it, not just because like I need a business.
Yeah.
I think for me that was my problem at one point. I'm like, I'm gonna start a business, but it's like, what am I starting a business for? I don't know. Like, I can do things, but not enough, not enough about it to be like, oh, I'm gonna dedicate myself to doing this to make money off of it.
Yeah, no.
So for me, I struggled for a while, and then I started getting asked to like teach randomly or like sub back at home, and I'm like, okay, I do have a joy for like teaching, but not in certain spaces. So I figuring out like I guess what made sense for me. And so now that I figured it out, I'm like, okay, let me keep it going. But even then I still don't know what the end result is because I'm just like, riding the wave, but not being scared of what's gonna come from it because you just don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad you said that because like I don't have like this is what I'm aiming for. I'm just to see what happens.
No, you have no clue. You don't know where it's gonna end up, and it may veer off left somewhere. When I was in LA, I was like, ooh, somebody met me and was like, oh yeah, I don't know if you've heard of Mary Kay Cosmetics. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna sell Mary Kay Cosmetics. I done bought all this makeup stuff at my house and I'm supposed to go sell this? Nah, this ain't my lane. This ain't this. I was like, facials? Nah, that ain't me. I mean, I like makeup, but that ain't me. I can't, no. So go with what makes you feel good, comfortable. It's not too far out of your element of like what you already know well. Like if you know dance well, okay, how can I make a business out of this space? Like my goal was always to create the umbrella, and then underneath the umbrella is going to be different things that fall under the business. So it can be in this space, this space, this space, but it's all underneath the umbrella. So it's gotta make sense. And that can take time too, just trying to figure that part out. But what you already naturally do, that would be the space that you want to, veer in or start your business. Yeah, because I was like, this ain't it. But yeah, I was like, I just want to teach dance. I'll just do workshops. Sin, I know she's in back at home in St. Louis, and she was telling me like she, was teaching class and she's able to like share stuff that she's learned, with kids and dancers that don't, they don't have access to some of the stuff that you guys are learning or being exposed to. And so even that, like you going back home, that is a thing in itself, just being able to share knowledge and experiences that you are going through. I used to do that all the time when I was in LA, and maybe I just finished working with a certain artist that was big at that time. Being able to come back home and like, oh my gosh, let me I used to go to the high schools and talk about, me working in a professional space so that the high schoolers can like, oh, okay, that is a thing, like for real, you can, so even sharing that, teaching, it's more of a connection for yourself with your hometown. Like that is a thing. I was really adamant about making sure I always, like when I did go back home, whenever I was able to go home, I would make sure I connected with the community in my hometown, which obviously was like Decatur. So connecting with the community, dance studios that are in that area as well. When y'all start traveling and y'all like, what I'm saying, you start to getting worldly experiences, being able to go back to your community, or even them seeing you, sometimes they're not necessarily going back to, but just staying connected, like that is important. So that when you are, you're on a tour with whoever you're working or whatever, like studios have already like, hey, whenever you are available, oh my God, we would love for you to come teach, or people are reaching out to you now to set up stuff to fly you there. That's going to be like a part of your business. Like, yeah, I teach. I think that's going to be just universal with anybody. You want to, underneath the umbrella of whatever you're doing, like that should be there somewhere. So I feel like most dancers maybe don't realize the power that they have when you say, I'm actually a professional dancer. You automatically put yourself in the category to be able to make money teaching somewhere. I don't care if you don't want to be a choreographer.
No, I'm glad you said that because you really be reassuring. No, because like on a serious note, I feel like there's just so many things that I've unlocked over like the past couple months or just the year in general. And like I've realized too that for a while I would downplay, I guess, myself in a sense, like not always using the title like, yeah, I'm a professional dancer, because in my mind I'm like, I don't work as consistent as I would like to.
Oh no, the minute you got paid
that's what I'm saying.
You are professional. That's it. That's
I
all.
used to, I'm saying that used to be my thought process. Like, I don't want to say that because it's not like my complete 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying?
No.
But I'm like, no, I have the credentials, I have the experience.
Yeah.
Like, it took me a while to like embrace it, but now that I do, it's like I feel I walk in that more confidently because it's like I know what I can offer.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like just play around with it because I mean, it's always something that someone can learn from another person, no matter like where they are in their lives or their careers or whatever. So it'd be feeling good like to have an impact back at home, because there's a lot of people that don't know certain things or like they don't have the access to it. So it's like we have to be the ones that like pour back into our communities, especially if it's a small town, because like there's not many resources. So heavy on that, because I'm like, people can always learn something, and I always think that they can like take something away from the class, because
like that is your job, that is your duty, that is your calling. Like ain't no way we about to be out here. I can't reach everybody. It's just impossible. So like that is your job. Your job is to go back and teach and share. Like you have to, literally, that is your responsibility. It would be so selfish of you to come get all this information, all this insight, knowledge, experiences, and not go back and share and teach. Like absolutely not. They be like, but what about us? What about it? And it's not like you have to have 10 years of information and knowledge. No, like you literally last 6 months, you got enough to go back and share. And you know what I'm saying? It's a reciprocation thing. Like we are all constantly learning more and more, but we're still sharing and teaching. That's, you don't have to be at this certain level to be qualified to teach or even choreograph. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That depends on who you decide that. If you say, I know what more I need, obviously, but like, I feel like I'm qualified enough to, I've had this experience, and I know where I should go. I'm not saying I need to be trying to whatever. Like there is a group of people right here that don't know nothing, and I can at least show them this, this, and this. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, no, and it's cool because all you got to do is share your experiences. That's the teaching. That's it. You don't have to teach. You literally share. Like,
Yes.
guys, so when I did my first whatever, like you share the experiences. That's how they learn. It won't be. It's not like you got to have all of this stuff done to teach.
Yes.
And they would be like, when are you coming back? When are you coming back?
Yeah, I agree.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah. I feel like all of y'all in this group for sure are in the like you will be in the teaching space sharing because y'all have the talent and the skill and the insight, you'll be able to share, with even with kids. It's necessary and it's great because y'all are learning it the right way. You're getting the right information to be able to go back and share versus like stuff you probably heard about or like everybody think they be knowing and they don't. They don't. They like, no, that's not how that goes. So yeah, I'm grateful for that because everybody I wouldn't be able to teach everybody. You know what I'm saying? There's some people I would never connect with. I just won't. Not because I can't. That's not in my space. They aren't in my vicinity, but they're in yours. Like there are people from where y'all are from that I may never ever reach, but you're gonna reach them. And so it's just like a constant sharing of information. Like that is your responsibility. I ain't gonna lie. What all the stuff y'all learn is not supposed to be like you're not supposed to hold on to it. So be ready for that. I know. Feel like all y'all are anyway. Yes, Kyla. Okay, where are we with yours?
All right. So over this past week, I've been like preparing to make a vision board. So like I've been doing like basically I'll call it like background work. So I found this like video talking about like, vision boards, and it was like, you should make a like a list of your relationships, career, personal development, and health, mental and physical. So and then you do it for your past, your present, and then where you see yourself in the future. And so I did all of that. And so I kind of like throughout that process was able to where more specifically where I see myself in the future. Because like I have like dreams and aspirations, I've never really like imagined them actually like coming true.
Yeah.
So like now that I'm in a space where I know what I want, and it like one of the little quotes it had was want, do, become. So I feel like I'm kind of in the do process now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
as like my business, so originally I wanted to do something in the field of like cosmetology, like makeup. But now I think I'm like starting to shift into like I don't want to necessarily, I don't know if I see myself doing makeup, but I would love to be like I guess like a content creator for makeup. So like I see myself going on like brand trips for makeup, being like reviewing makeup, stuff like. So just seeing like, and I really don't have much like insight about that world though, but I know like that sounds like something that I would just really like love to do. And then also, even just now, like as I've been listening to the conversation over the Zoom. Something else that I thought about was like having like a clothing line. And which is also another area that I don't have much insight on, but just doing like more research on those.
Yeah.
And seeing where that goes, because I think like how y'all were saying about it needs to be something that you like really just love first,
Yes.
and then, like you make a business out of it. I think those two things are definitely that for me.
Yeah.
And then like I don't see myself necessarily being like a teacher anytime soon, as far as like creating that as like a business for myself. But I actually assisted one of the classes with Sin back home while I was there. And even just being able to like see, because one of the questions we asked them was like, raise your hand if you like see yourself being in the industry one day. And like some people were like, and then, you know, some people didn't raise their hands at all. And so she was like raise your hand high if that's really what, like, you really believe it within yourself. And like just seeing, and they were like 11 to like 20.
Yeah.
So just seeing like how out of reach it seems to them, it's really like, it's crazy. So just being able to share, like, even though I'm still very new in the industry, like sharing, like you were saying, just sharing the knowledge that I have so far, it was a really good feeling. So I gotta figure out like where that sits for me right now. How I can be in a space to share my knowledge that I have while still gaining more and like having a good balance.
Yeah, no, that's great. The makeup thing for sure, I can see you doing. It's some girl like that I found like on TikTok. I mean, that's literally all she does, and like crazy numbers, and they be paying crazy money for that. You know, products. Like if you are one of those people that if you're good at like getting on camera and just like, okay, you know, you're doing all the little whatever and testing it out and whatever like that. If you like doing that, it's a space for you, and they pay a lot of money.
Yeah.
I
was watching this video and it was like a brand trip for Georgia, and like when I tell you they are like laying out red carpet for these people, and they literally just go in there and recording themselves. Have the time on
that's it. Just content.
On
No, I'd be like, man, I'm in the wrong business. Golly, I'd be like, that's all. It blows my mind. It blows my mind. I'd be like, do y'all follow Christy and her husband? Christy and Desmond? I mean,
they're really gets sent on so many things to just play around.
Yeah, I love it. I love their content.
Like I love them, but content like that, y'all. I be like, yo, they're building another mansion. They're building another mansion. You know, but I mean, but the stuff that she does, like she been doing it. It ain't like she likes making fun. They doing pranks and they doing funny, crazy stuff off the walls, like out of the like buying houses. I mean, I've seen a bunch of couples that I've watched them over the years, like literally move from their apartment to a mansion from content.
And it's like daily, it's like lifestyle content. Like they just pick up the camera and record what they're already doing.
They record everything. No, I think it's incredible. Like I'm not a hater at all about it. I just be like, wow, like that is amazing to me. And I'm not saying that they don't work hard. I mean, I'm pretty sure like they have to be consistent with the content. You know, that's a thing in itself. But the way they post and stuff, it feels like we do this every day. We just turn the camera on. And you know what I'm saying? I love it. Like they done got an apartment in LA. They building another. I'm like, this is from social media. What are y'all saying to me? So it ain't no excuse. It ain't no excuse. Like, yo, people cannot be like, oh my God, no, people are making millions from social media. Period. It is what it is. So as long as I know that is a real thing, there's nothing that I can't ever be like, oh my God, I don't know. It's like, nah, there's money, clearly. So we just got to go out there and find it and get it. So yeah, so the makeup thing, I mean, if you do the content, that's the world we are in now. Y'all are in, this did not exist, literally did not exist 10 years ago. Like it just, what is a content creator? What is that? That doesn't even, what is that? That is new. So the fact that we are in now in another whole lane that people like even dancers are choosing to do besides dancing with the, like they would prefer to do the content creation rather than dancing for artists. Like my dream, some people's dreams is no longer dancing on a tour. My dream is to book a brand that's going to pay me millions. And so let me go ahead and get to work. Let me start creating my content. That's crazy to me. That is like amazing. That is amazing. You know, you still got to work and it's not like easy, but you know what I'm saying? I mean, you ain't in no 8-hour rehearsal. You're not busting your knees and we're gonna go out here and shoot some content and, you know, be funny and be myself or whatever and get ready with me and post and tag. Oh my God. Yeah, it's just, you know, you just got to be consistent, but that's inspiring. I ain't gonna lie. I've been looking at him like, man. And he does what he loves. He's a cook. So he cooks all the time. Like I've been a cook. I cook all the time. It's nothing out of my element. She's probably been crazy like that since high school. So she's doing what she's always done. Now it's just being recorded. And now we're getting invited to all the events across the world. So hey, I ain't mad. I ain't mad at all. So if anything, you know, it's so crazy. Like I don't know if you guys know who CJ Perry is. She's a wrestler. She's a wrestler. She might got like 5 million followers. I don't know, but she was a dancer. Like she did a video that I choreographed for Nelly in like 2010. And well, clearly she had to have been a wrestler. I mean, that was already in her, you know, she's a dancer, like she's super flexible, whatever. But she does content. She's like got 5 million, but it just blows my mind. And I know, and like I tagged her, like I did like a throwback. She's like, oh my God, I totally missed the posts. I would love to, I missed those. I'm like, girl, you are like multi-millionaire from content. So, you know, you just never know where the journey will take you. Dance can be your segue to becoming something that you probably had no idea. The fact that this space is even here for us, I think is super dope. So, you know, figure out how to utilize it to the best of your ability while doing your business, because I mean, I see the benefits. I don't see it being a like, it's not hurting folks like that, you know, unless you're using it, you know, in not the best way, that's different. But if it's bringing money to you in a way that you didn't have access to before, I say figure it out. So the get ready with me, the content, you know, if you like makeup, yes, do some blogs and posts and tags and see what happens. TikTok is a great place. I think more people do like a lot of the like tutorial stuff, or it's not so video editing space. It's more like they just get on there and start talking and post. That's it. It's like raw content, but you might have it, you know, putting like the tags and stuff on there. I would do it and just see how it goes.
Yep.
Yeah, this is great, you guys. Excited. So yeah, so next Sunday I won't be live more than likely because I'm doing Invest Fest on that Sunday, but I'll probably schedule us to do Monday night instead, just so I will definitely be doing a recap after that because I like it coming. I will definitely do like a recap after that because I'll have so much stuff to like share. I'll probably do a live with like everybody because I'm gonna probably be like, you guys, we gotta get it. We gotta, it's time. Like, we gotta get out here, get this money, get these grants. We gotta start applying. Like, y'all gotta, you know what I'm saying? Let's start thinking about funding our business. So I'm pretty sure I will be super inspired after that weekend because, you know, it's gonna be billionaires that, you know, will be talking. 50 Cent is like headlining it. So he's gonna be talking from like a business perspective, you know, with his studios and stuff that he has in Shreveport. Like Pinky Cole, Steve Harvey, like people that y'all know, I'd be like, y'all, we gotta start tuning in. They will be speaking. So I want to be able to share coming off of that with everybody. So I'll probably plan Monday night to do a DancePreneur Collective, but I'm more than likely invite everybody from the program to come in because yeah, I think it's going to be a great, I'm excited about it again. Hopefully, you know, might have some good news. I'm claiming it. I'm about to be in my study mode this week for the pitch competition.
Claim it, claim it, claim it.
I'm claiming, I'm like, you got it. We got it. I'm like, hey, I need everybody to send me good vibes. I'm going in. They said, you know, when you do pitches, you know, you can't think about yourself. You think about like everybody else and everything else that matters. So overcoming the fear, like even for you, Ismail, like overcoming the fear of starting the business because of all the people that need you, you know, like you got to go out here and train and help get these girls ready for their competitions and all their college auditions for their HBCU. So you overcome the fear. And like for me, it's like, oh, I'm overcoming my fear quick because I know I need the money to build this university. I need to reach more dancers. You know, some of the dancers that y'all are already connected with, like they need to get connected. So I'm like, all right, I gotta get ready this week. Game time. Gotta go get this grant. But yeah, so hey Rocky, I know you can make in, but we're gonna I'm gonna have our Zoom for instead of next Sunday, it'll be on Monday, which is what what month is this? August the 26th. Yeah. We'll be back on the 26th. Reconvening. How are you feeling, Rocky? Every body wise.
I'm doing a lot better. I just been having to like ice and do heat. I'm supposed to be starting like PT pretty soon here. Just having to wait on like my attorney and stuff to like accept different things. So I'm supposed to be starting like PT and chiropractic and stuff like that. All those good things. But I'm feeling a lot better. I'm having to like recover quick. Like just because like, you know, things keep going. So I'm having to just quickly recover.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, yeah, don't take the time. Luckily, you're physically fit. I think that definitely helps. Yeah, I saw that car. I was like, oh my God. That is like, yeah, please, everybody be safe as you guys are traveling. And you know, it's a lot happening right now. So just be mindful of that. And I always I be trying to put a protective shield around my truck when I drive. I don't know why I just do that. Like just shield around me, you know, so no hurt, harm, or danger comes because everybody else drives crazy. You got to drive for them too. It's like you can't even drive for yourself. It's really defensive driving right now. After 2020, everybody that got licenses never took the driving test. So they really can't drive. And so now you're dealing with people that really don't know how to drive and they're in cars and driving near you. So that's where we at. It's like, yo, what is going on? Everybody cannot drive. So yeah, so y'all be safe, be careful. And yay, and I will see you guys next Monday. I'll see some of you guys on Tuesday. And yes, let's keep our businesses going, you know, step by step, bit by bit. That's all that matters. As long as we're doing something towards it, that's fine.
Oh, and I finally applied for my LLC.
Oh, yeah. Yes, congratulations. I wish I had something like a bell or something. You know how they have it like at the cars. Car sold and got like something that we can do where I'm gonna figure out something to do that once it's like keep going. Like I got my LLC. Yeah. We gotta get a little sound effect. I'll figure it out. Yes, congratulations. I'm happy for you. That's awesome. That is awesome. Yes. Well, you guys have an amazing rest of your Sunday night and have an amazing week. And I'll see y'all soon.
Thank you. Have a good week, y'all.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.